still going. That's about. What's going on? Let me see who. What's going on? We early. Y'all early. I'm waiting for y'all to jump on. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to come on now. Give y'all a minute to jump on.
What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. The 4th of July coming up.
It sure is, man. Jesse Lee Peters said, doesn't it just feel white? Oh, man.
I don't know what that means, but
it's funny.
Now that I have more knowledge and understanding about...
Well, let's let them jump on.
I know, I'm talking to you, but people going to see this after you post it anyway. Boo.
Let them come in.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
What's going on, Michael? What's up, Michael?
We changing our vibe, our set in the back. So hopefully you guys, as you come in, you like our new setup here. Y'all know we got to switch it up.
What's going on, Michael? What's going on? Y'all jump on now.
I kind of feel like we had an eclectic spoken word spot where we can sit back and you can hear some jazz and I can get on the mic and do some spoken word. Hey, Tracy.
Like somebody's supposed to be in the back talking about do-do-do-do.
Just changing it up. Tone 210.
I finally made a live. Shout out to Jeanette. You finally made a live.
Or Janet.
Tone said amazing. Janet. Exactly. Amazing. What the?
Shay, what's up?
What's going on, Shay?
Happy Friday, y'all.
What's going on, Shay? What's going on, Tony? What's going on, Tracy?
It's Tone, baby.
Tone.
Well, it could be Tony, but yeah.
Nothing, just chilling. I feel you.
Fuego Friday. Y'all getting ready for the 4th. What y'all got going on for the 4th?
What y'all got? Yeah, man. So let y'all jump in here, man. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Winston Carl. It's Winston Carl. That's a good strong government name right there, boy.
Kay, what's going on? Hey,
what's going on? Hey, what's going on, Kay? Greetings from South Carolina. What's up, South Kakalaki?
That's what I was gonna say. South Kakalaki.
The Carolinas, the Lions. I love South Carolina, North Carolina, man. We'll be
some good folks out there.
Well, yeah, we'll be out there this year. We'll be back in we'll go to North Carolina, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
We'll be in South Carolina. I love the Carolinas. Carolina's got a different feel. Got a different little feel to it, man. You know, we from the South, but the Carolinas got a different little feel to it. Love the purple. Hey,
thank
you too. God bless you too. God bless you.
Thank you.
West Virginia Hillbilly said, "What's happening? What's happening?" And if we from the South Atlanta, we say, "What's happening?"
NC.
What's going on? North Carolina, North Kakalaki, North Carolina.
It is.
You said what?
Charlotte is such a pretty place.
Yeah, I love Charlotte.
I've been
Snapping's looking good in that purple.
Let's
go,
we watch
man.
YouTube. Appreciate you.
We watch YouTube. I appreciate you.
So what we talking about tonight, boo?
Man, so I just want to jump on, man. I want to see what y'all. Cali, what up? Yeah, we in Cali.
I want the word. Let's go.
Well, we were just looking at one topic. We want to know what y'all want to talk about, and two, we were going to talk about the student loan thing. We just did a video on the student loan that we haven't released yet, and we're talking about that. Joe Biden is going to be the first big arrest in U.S. Then a domino effect. Man, they ain't gonna arrest that man.
No, he's too old. Hey, Elizabeth, what's going on? Florida?
They ain't gonna arrest that old man.
Rock Hill.
Hey, from South Coast of Florida. Happy 4th of July. I'm from the Rock Hill, South Carolina, right outside Charlotte. Okay. You next to the big city.
Cincinnati. Hey, Junior Jones.
I'm right beside Charlotte. You by Charlotte.
Let's
next
go.
to the big city. Charlotte is a big spot, man. You ever been to Charlotte?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to Charlotte too. Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati. Let's go, Cincinnati. Let's go. Jump on in here. And
so for those of us out there, I'm gonna dive on in because y'all know he gonna go on. He can go on.
I would, man. I just go and talk and y'all see what y'all got going on, man.
Play the violin. Okay. So let's dive right into it.
Wait, what's that? Okay. What was that?
Let's get into it.
Was that a little butthole in this?
No. Let's get in. Let's dive right in.
Massachusetts.
To the
shout out to Richard.
One of the topics that I want to talk about, guys, as you put your comments in the chat of things that may come up. What's up, Richard?
What's going on, Richard?
The student loan. Many of us
Oklahoma
out there have student loans.
Yeah.
Put in the comment section if you have student loans that you have not paid off yet and you were looking to reap benefit from this student loan forgiveness, because I was.
Hey, let me tell you.
My student loan debt is over $100,000, guys. And I really exhausted the majority of that through grad school. Because the program that I was in, working was not an option. You couldn't work. It was absolutely, you couldn't. It was in a psychology developmental psych program, and it was just impossible.
Yeah.
Sleep deprivation was the norm. So I'm just telling you. So who has student loans?
Who got student loans on here?
And
who got
you
student?
were reaping to reap benefits from this student loan forgiveness program that Biden was trying to set up.
This ain't no judgment, no trick question.
No,
who has
it's
student
not.
loans?
You
Who
know,
got student loans?
It's because then the unfortunate part is he didn't have authority to do that. So
No, let them answer the question. It's like who has student loans? See, so with student loans, let them talk. Let them get out. Who got student loans? They're gonna drop down. Drop a 1 or drop a 2. Drop a 1 if you got student loans. Drop a 2 if you don't have student loans. Again, drop a 1 if you have student loans, or drop a 2 if
That's
you
my
don't
method, y'all.
have
That's my
student
method.
loans. We curious to know.
Barbecue beers.
Wow,
Boomtown,
P Dub said he paid off
USA.
$120,000.
Let's go.
Paid mine off $120K. That's you got a whole house. Snapper got that much, don't you, babe?
He said Obama took our IRS check for 8 years, and that's how the student loan got paid.
Oh, really?
That's so smart.
Hey, let me tell you something. Even though
Super smart.
No, it's probably smart now after the loan's been taken, but it wasn't feeling good when them checks were kept getting snatched. I bet.
Well,
But I'm glad that,
it's
it's said and
paid.
done. It's covered. I didn't vote for Trump, but I wanted him to win in 2020. Well, I believe more than likely, he's going to get 2024. I really think it's going to be 24. Okay, so you said, so 2 people said no, they don't have student loans. I couldn't have gone for 8 years in university without it. I'm debt free. Okay, debt free.
Case Winston.
Betcha if those student loans came from a loan shark in New York City, they would have. Yeah, you're right about that, because nobody trying to get beat up about it.
And that's me too, Janet. She said, I do, but I did not want others, to pay for my choice.
Yeah,
and
correct,
I get it.
correct.
And I get it.
That's why.
Get it.
Yeah. It said my daughter, Susie said my daughter paid her loan back in full, and my granddaughter earned $50K in scholarships, and she's even taken summer courses, and she graduated a year early.
That's wonderful. And see, I wasn't aware of how the student loan forgiveness worked. I didn't know that someone else was going to be responsible for the debt that I chose to incur because I put the loans in.
I didn't either.
So I was thinking that this was something that the government was going to do for people based off of the time of COVID being, that was in my mind. Like, okay, COVID, you need student loan relief, but that wasn't the case.
I'm gonna say
I
this.
didn't know that.
I'm gonna say this, man. I appreciate that tone, man. I appreciate that. I like that response.
Thank
man.
you
I
so
appreciate
much.
you, and I'm sure you are too, my boy or my girl. I'm not sure. Let's say Tone. I don't know, Antonia, Tony. I paid as I went. Took me 12 years to graduate.
Romania.
Okay, Romania Jackson from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey, let me say. All right. So
12
I'm gonna say this:
that is a long
the
time.
whole thing of
But
the
it's done.
blanket taking off the whole. I'm gonna say it's 2 programs, right? The blanket thing, or just paying that off, blanket, and people paying for it. Nah, that man knew. He knew good and well that wasn't gonna fly. He knew he been in politics for 175 years. He knew good and well what he could or couldn't do when it comes to that. But I will say the only thing that was beneficial, that worked, if you have student loans, is the public student loan forgiveness. And what that is, the public student loan forgiveness grants forgiveness for people who work in certain fields. That's the same way how they would forgive like for the military. If you go into service and get a forgiveness, but just blanketing everybody and just saying y'all need to pay for it failed. For some reason I just knew that was. And you can scroll while I'm talking to him.
Yeah. I want to address Brandy's comment. She said,
hold on. But let me finish. So there are programs that are due to people if you work in certain fields on getting stuff removed outside of you just paying it off out of your pocket. You work in the education, you work for the hospital, you work for a nonprofit. All those were already supposed to be included with your loan, but those programs were playing people. The education system, the money side of the education system was playing people. It was in not letting people know that if you had already been to school, if you had already worked in your field for up to 10 years, your stuff should have already been naturally forgiven. That was a rule that no one knew when they took out student loans. And the most that Biden did was pressure No, he didn't pressure nothing. The education person, whoever, I forgot the guy's name, the head of the education,
Secretary, of Education,
had to clear it up and fix that problem. Biden knew nothing. He knew nothing. All he knew is I can get the black vote by saying I can blanket them $10,000-$20,000.
But
everybody
I'm gonna say,
now only people now
hold up. Let me get a word in, brother. Okay, so I don't feel that presidents know what their range of power is.
Yeah.
He was well aware. Biden was aware of what his presidential power, what the parameters are for things that he can push and things that is out of his league or he may not even have rights to. We just don't know all of the specifics.
Yeah.
So if we don't know, okay, well they don't know. They ain't gonna look. They have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and say this anyway.
Yeah.
And then
he played.
Let's
he played
go.
with it. Like them 10, 21 done nothing for your student loan. They wouldn't do nothing but shake off the branch.
20, but still,
it would have knocked off a limb off the tree.
But it
would have knocked off a leaf.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. And I'll go in after you. But I want to read Brandy's comment. Nope, I had to pay my loans back, and everyone else should also. And I agree. I really do.
Yeah, but
I'm clear now of how it was going to get paid. I agree.
Right. I feel like it's only two ways to cover that back. Either you pay it off at your pocket, or you're in the right kind of field like the military, or you're a teacher or something like that, and it gets paid back because of the education and being in the field that you chose. But just blessing everybody and dropping off 10, 20, somebody's got to pay for that. So I don't feel like it should have gone that way. And apparently Biden knew that it would not work like that. He knew that the ones that were real programs like public student loan forgiveness would work, but he knew good and well blanket would not work. Man, you strung people along, and he was hoping he could string people along long as possible before it was time for him to go back in office. So he did that in proportion. I know it's not just black people. I'm going to say, but those are the ones that they were targeting more so the black vote. Regarding those student loans. So like I said, man, pay back your student loan, or you need to be a part of in the military, or you need to be in the education or a nonprofit field that is warranted under your student loan when you got the student loan. You just didn't know.
Now, what I feel like is for two things.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I love you guys. I feel like I'm getting knowledge dropped while being at the club. Oh, the lights. While being at the club. Oh, okay. I thought you said 412 Pittsburgh guy. I thought he was saying he was at the club right now watching.
I love your guys' lights. I feel like I'm getting knowledge dropped while being at the club. God bless y'all. Thank you. I hope it's giving you like a smooth, jazz, eclectic vibe going on. But thank you so much, Pittsburgh guy.
Smooth.
But what I was going to say is that, no, if you take out the loan, it's your debt to pay across the board. Car loan, student loan, credit card loan, house loan, whatever it is, you took it out, it's your debt. Just pay it. Put it in payment plans, whatever you got to do, make it happen. Now that I'm clear as to how it was really, really going to be going down, I don't think that's fair. And that's what, some of the media is saying, especially on the right side, is that, no. Why is someone else, like Brandy, who's paid off her student loan debt, and now she's about to pay off your debt?
Or like you work for the post office. You're a postal carrier.
Everyone didn't need to take out student loans to go through college.
No, you didn't.
And, Brian and I were talking about this earlier, is that if you decide you want to go to college, then you have to think about this decision first. If you aren't in a position to pay and fund your way right off the bat, are you going to work and pay your way through school? Does your job offer, I don't want to say privileges, but does your job offer opportunities that if you work your job for however long or whatever the stipulations are, that it's going to help pay your way through school? So many people have that option. So just to say that, okay, I don't want to pay this debt, and you're not even in the fields that offer the opportunity for the forgiveness, then no, that's not right. Come on, y'all. We can't keep having that mindset. I create the debt, but somebody else needs to pay it. No, I can't get ahead because of this person. I can't get ahead. No, there are scholarships, schools, programs. Get your GPA up while you're in school, so you can get your way paid. That's what scholarships are for. Yeah. Then two, if people want to support individuals who are seeking higher education, then as the person who wants to support someone's college career, pay it. You can gift someone's college tuition, gift books, create the fund yourself and donate. Give it to them. Go and find a kid in school who's looking to go to school. There's so many different ways that we can support people who want to go to school, other than making the full responsibility where it's another taxpayer that has to pay someone else's debt. No, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah. But I was going to say, so Robert said every loan has to be paid back. Forgiveness still comes from tax revenue. It does, but it's like many other things that do come from tax revenue as well. I still feel like a school teacher,
needs a break. Sorry.
You making just a little bit. I feel like you should get, if you've been teaching for 10 years, should get that forgiven. I don't agree. I don't feel like I should be busting my butt to educate these babies. I got the student loan so I can do what I love and teach the kids. And it's taking me forever, and I can't live the full lifestyle I want to live. I feel like they should help with that. One. But now you just a person that just went to school, and you ain't in that field, and you're trying to get forgiven. No, that's on you, my boy.
Teachers,
that's on you.
I shout out to all my dope teachers.
I love them. That's why I keep saying teachers and education,
counselors, because they're the ones that help us become who we are throughout. Everybody got a teacher that they love in elementary school, in middle school, and in high school.
Yep. Shout out to we watch YouTube. The only way to go to school and not regret it is to pay your way through. But by the time you get the degree, you would have been better off to start a business. And I'm going to agree with you on that.
I agree.
I think that's the key.
In some areas.
In some areas outside of, for the most part. Not for the teachers that like the teachers or the people that, certain like those.
Professional jobs, doctors, lawyers.
Some of those
jobs.
But I feel like if it would have been more education, like, because you got to think the internet brought a lot of the awareness. Before the internet, people wouldn't have had clues on how to do certain things unless you just knew somebody that could teach you. And the internet opened up a new wave of people saying, hey, I can learn this from here without going to school over here. So if I would have known then that how simple it was to start a business and the other business avenue that you could have gone into based on what I was skilled at from the internet, I would have never, ever stepped foot into a school. I would have never ever stepped forever.
And also,
I would have never stepped into a school.
Let's just take
never stepped into
prerequisite
a school.
to that with parents. So as parents, I feel like parents can do I'm not going to say a better job, but give their kids opportunities to say, you know what, these are options for you, instead of forcing it to make it seem like, okay, this is the way. Especially in the Black community, we're pro college right away. We're pushing our kids to go after high school. I saw so many posts during the graduate. It's time for kids to graduate, and they were shouting out the college where their kid was going.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, does the kid? Look at the super chats. We got a couple of them.
Oh yeah, I see. We're going.
Does the kid really want to go to school? Is this just something that we're saying my kids at this school? Because that's definitely not what I'm pumping up
for sure.
One kid. I feel like it should be the parent where, okay,
you correct, John Lily. I agree.
This is an option if you want to do this. This is also an option if you want to do this. Don't just force and shove school down the way, especially if you can't afford to pay their way and they're going to have to incur the debt. Give them options to say, this is what you can do with a higher education so far as in school. This opportunities allot you, jobs, fields or whatever, and then entrepreneurship, starting a business. Things you can learn online.
No, that's now. That's right. Now. But I'm talking about, but most of us got student loans then,
right.
Before
but this is
the
what I'm
internet
saying.
was popping.
I know, but I'm talking about now with parents, I feel like could better guide their kids in that area.
Yeah.
And for the kids, you have to stand up and speak up in a respectful way to your parents and let your parents know how you feel and say, Mom, Dad, I'm not quite sure what I want to do, and I don't know if college is the way. Let me get a job and work and figure out what I want to do, if that's something that I want to do. And get a job you like. You might not, we all know what it is to get a job we like while we're working on something else or we want something else. Not a job you hate. It's pointless. Don't do it. Get a job you like while you're thinking about it, while you're planning, and have the conversations with your parents along the way. That's pro-social development for the kid. It's absolutely no way that I'm going to force my kid to go to college because I went.
Yeah.
I want to know what you like, and that also is going to give parents opportunity. You see what your child, many parents, y'all know what y'all kids like to do.
And it was so shunned upon, though. But
what they're good at.
But years ago, man, it was almost like considered you being nothing by you not going to school. You know that education was pushed, and it made it seem like you weren't going to be anything unless you went to college.
And that could be cultures across the board. I just know what I saw on social media in regards to the black community, but I do know I work with, students in the Asian community, and I tutored this one young lady, one girl, her name was Penny, and she was so sweet. And she was like, she called me Miss Joy, and she was telling me she wanted to be an actress, and she loved acting, but she would never tell her parents she wanted to be an actress because they wanted her to go to school to be a doctor.
And she probably was a great actress.
And that's what she was going to do. So it's really
and now what's her name?
Penny.
Now Penny at the hospital pissed. She just all not customer friendly to the person.
Stop it.
She flipping their bed, so she flip them over. She put the robe. She put the robe on with it backwards.
No.
So instead of the booty being out, the whole front out, she just don't care because she wanted to be an actor.
That wasn't Penny's personality, but I'm sure that I guess over time that you adapt. But no, that's not the best thing. We as adults, who are raising children, give them options. Listen, don't force it down their throat, especially if they don't have to pay for it.
Richard said from 67 to 69 I was in a 2-year regional tech institute. Free. Had a career most people could have never dreamed of. And also, shout out to a tech person, too. I went to Atlanta Metro College in Atlanta, Georgia, and I went to school for free.
Shout out Atlanta Metro.
But when I thought that, and, I'll be honest with you, everything I got from tech was all I needed because I stayed in the tech field from there on, and my education was free. But when I tried to go to a 4-year college and do a totally different thing, I got debt, and I never used one bit of what I went and got a debt for. But the tech school that I went to, my education was free, and have used that for years. So it is a ploy, man.
Wendy, love you too.
That now education has become more of a social construct. It's not a mandatory. You don't need this. Let's go down. I'm gonna look at
2 super chats.
Lynn said, "I have been following you all since the Tom McDonald days." Laugh out loud. I love the journey that you both are on. Much love to you both. And
Thank
know so
you,
funny,
Lynn.
Lynn.
Much love to you too.
It's
my gosh.
Lynn, it's so funny to be sitting here talking about these kind of conversations because when we first start doing Tom McDonald videos, we were lefties. We were Democratic. When we first, if you go back and look at our original Tom McDonald video in 2018, we were more that what is he talking about? He don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, we were lefties. You couldn't tell us nothing, and we had and just as ignorant as we want to be because we had no education on why we was lefties.
Had no education
but we were standing strong and firm into that lefty mindset.
Somebody recommended years ago. They said in 2018, man, if y'all say it was something we react to, and they said, man, why don't y'all check this out? And I was like, oh, Joe, this guy's dope. This is a dope. And then I was hearing when he was saying, I was like, well, I can't agree with that. And then somebody put me on the Up Church, and I was like, man, I ain't with all the, and it's so funny now. Look at us now. It's 2023, and now we are conservative. And 2018, we were leftists, emotional leftists that didn't know anything.
Growth is a beautiful thing, man. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Day one's in the building.
Day
we
one's.
Appreciate
that. Yep.
Appreciate that.
Starting off from Tom McDonald's, that went years back. Shout out to Jonathan C. Tay. Peace from your international audience.
Woo-hoo!
Shout out international audience. We learn a lot and get a lot of hope from your videos. Man, I appreciate that, Jonathan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and you just don't know, Jonathan, that as you are learning from us, we're learning as we go. We're learning more and more as we do these videos. We're learning more as we do the research. We're learning more from what's going on in the media. We don't know it all. We will not profess it all. I get a lot of emails that I look at from you guys, and it teaches me something new. I'm like, I'm gonna check this out. Even if it's not for something to react to, it's more of educational purposes. I can still get meat from it.
And that's one of our mottos is to dominate our lane, to tell the truth in love, and to impact. So that's great to know that we are able to impact others around the world, because we feel like that's what God has given us, this platform to be able to do, and to plant seeds of truth and life in others. So appreciate that. Truly appreciate that. Angel, I didn't finish college, but I paid off my GSL. What is that? GSLS, because you can't get new ones if you decide to go back. Okay.
What's a GSLF? Yeah. It sounds like a truck driver license.
GSLS.
Everybody I know that went off and got a trade, they were making way more money than people that are going to college.
Yeah.
All the guys I knew that went and drove trucks now, most of them guys I know, they own several fleet of trucks, and they make $500,000 to $1 million a year.
So I think right before I met you, I was talking to my brothers.
Say what now? I thought you were about to say you were talking to some guy. I was about to say.
Right before I met you, I was trying to decide what I had stopped doing music for a little while, or I was slowing down with it. I said, you know what? I think I want to drive trucks.
Could you?
And my
I could
brother,
not imagine you.
My brother Stuart was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And then I remember my brother Tony, that's my second brother. He was like, "Jook, that's a lot of truck, and you a little lady. I don't know. You gotta rethink that, because it's a lifestyle." But I know some dope women truckers out there, guys.
Let me tell you, I'm trying to picture my baby in a big rig. She is so little. Let me tell you something. She might speak like she a big person, but this woman is 4'9".
I'm 5'1", guys.
She ain't 5'1".
People think I'm very tall, but when I have on heels, I'm tall, but I'm 5'1".
Imagine you get in your truck and somebody need to come up to you and do this.
I have a booster and everything.
Somebody need to lift you into the truck.
But that's
plus
a good
you will
trade.
be too truck aggressive, and you'll run up on curves.
No, but my goal. I would always think of, you have to have a total mindset, them truck drivers, when they get in them rigs. You have to have the mindset of keeping yourself safe and people's lives, because those are real people in them cars around you.
But look how
I would never put myself in a position to be able to hurt myself or somebody else driving around me. I think, and that's what people think about when they get in there. They might be having some road rage going on, but I just can't see the mindset of a trucker wanting to run over.
If you would have drove trucks, you would have never met me.
You think so?
No, because you would have probably met you a trucker Greg somewhere, and you had some trucker kids. So you would. But
I just said that to say that's a great trade.
And it is dope. Everybody I know that did trucks and still doing trucks, and most of the guys that start off with trucks, they do it for so many years for somebody, and then they get their own, and then they be living it, man. Everybody I know that do it lives really good now. So that was a dope feel.
Thanks,
the new visual background vibe is so 90s club. Yeah, I appreciate that. Miami, right? We gonna educate your mind up in here. Yeah, dude. It make you know what, the vibe make me feel like Miami. It give me a Miami feel.
He said, John said, make these wealthy college people pay them loans. I feel you. Yeah, it is what it is. You took the debt out.
No, they should.
You took the debt out, you pay it back.
No, I agree.
That's what the word says.
I agree.
He says we need to pay our debt.
Yeah.
God ain't for us not paying our debt. He wants us to pay our debt.
So that was the biggest thing. It was like people that got the bread. That means, because you remember the blanket would bless all them too when they didn't need it. So that was real. It wasn't a good option. It felt good to a person selfishly to be like, okay, mine gonna get it like this.
Yeah.
But then what you just on there is you got a kid at Harvard who parents, the kid already a millionaire. His parents millionaires. They didn't put him in Harvard, and his stuff gonna get forgiven when he didn't even, that 10 or 20K ain't nothing to him. That it don't work. It don't work. It wasn't no clean way. And then Biden corner talking about it's the Republicans. It's the Republicans' fault. My butt's been wiped. Man, get out.
But get out here, that's one thing that I don't dig about Biden is that he wants to deflect and point his responsibility to
butt's been wiped.
The Republicans. Come on, what did they have to do with you made the wrong choice as to offering all these promises that you knew you could not keep?
No,
that's what I didn't like.
Yaz Poet. This is the true. This is if y'all see his post. This is true. This is 100% true in this day and age. We're in a time frame where college is becoming obsolete. Learn a trade. Absolutely. You got the internet now. You have the internet. You do not have to go to college to be somebody. You do have to go to colleges for certain fields that you cannot dude, you can't be an engineer
without
a
the
college
training,
degree.
That's right.
But to go, how many people do you know that say I'm going to school for business? You didn't need that.
Yeah.
You did not need to go that to become a businessman. How many people? I knew so many people say I'm in general business. What you gonna do with that? What you doing with it?
So true.
So
but now we know
trade
this.
school is the way to go because
there was no YouTube when I was an undergrad.
Yeah, no, trade school is the way to go now. I'm saying, like I said, I only agree for school for degrees that you cannot do from just going to start your own business.
And I think they need to be teaching.
A businessman can hire engineers that went to school, but a businessman don't have to be an engineer. But you still, engineers still have to go to school. Doctors still have to go to school. We don't want a doctor that learned from YouTube. I don't want nobody that's gonna cut y'all, man. Look, I just saw this, man. The dude got 200
that
likes.
would be impossible anyway. But
cut this
yeah,
little stomach open real quick.
Of course.
No. We need them. You need to go. You need to go to school.
I think that schools should also be paying more attention. Well, creating curriculums not just to, push kids to go to college. They should be teaching curriculums for what's relevant and what's current for today. Entrepreneurship, social media, advertising, marketing. Not as electives. There should be a full track besides your math, language arts. Social studies, you don't need that. What's the point of social studies and science if that's not your track? If you don't want to be a historian, if you don't need that.
And watch. If they keep trying to implement certain programs in school, inclusion, they're going to start making majors off that. And what is that good for? I'm not going to say.
Okay, let's read Richard's.
Big Brother's always watching, so I'm going to be mindful.
SC Asian parents, Southeast Asian parents I've known work endlessly for their kids. Yeah, they also expect their kids to care for them in their old age. Different minds. Oh, most definitely. That is the collectivistic mindset culture. I get it. Most definitely. Whereas Western culture, we teach our kids we're more individualistic mindset. We teach our kids to get up, raise up, and get out of our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, I've learned so much from YouTube myself, man. I mean, really, I'm just being real with you, man. 90% of things I've learned come from YouTube. I remember 0 from school. 0. But I remember everything I learned from YouTube, man. It's like I done had weird car problems in the past. I done fixed the car looking at with the YouTube video right here. Oh man, shout out to my mother-in-law, man. Bet she had her PT Cruiser, man. My mother-in-law had a PT Cruiser, right? And something was going on with the thermostat. I ain't never worked on a PT Cruiser. I don't work on cars. I'm not a good car guy. I work on my stuff if I need to, but I'm gonna take to somebody who's gonna fix it. Man, I had that YouTube video sitting on the motor, looking how to take that thermostat off. So I couldn't have got that from college. You need to be able to. You need only things that will help you in this day and age. You don't need to we don't need to be teaching about the history of this person, this black person, and this person. You need to be knowing now. What we need now is how do you survive in this world? How do you have good credit? How do you build businesses? I think that's the stuff that needs to be taught in school. I think
history is relative.
I think history needs to be taught, but when I was coming up,
in all 4 grades in high school.
When I was coming up, it was taught multiple times in all 4 grades. It was like it was overly pushed.
If you want as an elective.
Yeah, but
so you have a 4-year opportunity to take these 2 semesters of world history. That's what I feel like. It should not be solely American history. It should not solely be black history.
I think that's something we should learn on our own.
2 semesters and keep it moving.
The education system shouldn't be teaching that. I think that's something that we need to vast our education in.
Unless it's a track in school that you want to get to be a historian, then there should be a track specifically at this school for you to get all the history you need to become a historian, PhD, professor, or whatever you're going to do in that career.
And we are talking about specifically, I'm talking about your grade schools, not your higher levels of education. I feel like you need to be taught how to be able to move on a different level now. You need to be able to taught how to survive. You're in a different world where when milk and eggs was 75 cents and they was trying to give you the same information. Now you need something totally different now, man. Rent on a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, it's gonna cost you $2K something but better. So you need to be the education that's gonna help you live that lifestyle.
Susie said, just another idiot. Just another idiot. It is heaven to be off the road. I got out of the truck 25 years ago, and I have no desire to get back in. I adore my private bathroom. I feel you.
Susie, it ain't nothing wrong with the drive. No, I didn't say it was, and trust me, it ain't nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't imagine her. Well, yes, I could. I could, to a degree, imagine her doing it. But
Hong Hong.
she is too aggressive.
My road rage is way better, y'all.
Move out the way, little car. This is a big old truck.
Hong Hong. No, but for real.
She be that truck that would not let you merge.
My road rage. I don't even have road rage anymore.
Huh?
I don't have any road rage anymore. I don't. When have you seen me yell, fuss, or anything? I just go around. That's exactly. Tell the truth to shame the devil. I just go around. Yeah, I just go around. I like to drive fast, so I get in the fast lane.
Did y'all see us? I'm just curious to know. Did any of y'all see us on Jesse Lee Peterson show? Did y'all watch? Anybody watch that? That aired today, showing us on Jesse Lee Peterson show. Anybody watch the current show with Jesse Lee Peterson? It said definitely not gender studies. No, watch Teresa. Watch they come out with these programs in there. When they pushed up hard enough, and then next you know it's TV show, and then next you know it's a education to do nothing with.
I believe it, John. It is. It's a skill set. It is a skill set, most definitely. There's so many things that you have to pay attention to, and you got to have the right mindset to be able to do it. And it is very good money.
No, I know it's hard.
Hey, Carl.
The guys I talk to, they ain't say it was nothing easy about it, man. My uncle was just driving, man.
And it's worth every penny they get paid, too. That's why they get paid the way they do. Because it is not an easy feat. You have your life you have to consider, and you have other people's lives you have to consider.
And when you drive trucks, you have to consider your health because you're sitting riding most of the time. And I don't know many that would keep themselves physically fit outside of that truck. I started knowing some of my classmates now, they would, they park the truck and they work out by the truck.
Yeah.
But it's very taxing on the body.
Would have the weights and stuff in the truck too.
Yeah. Hey, can somebody tell me what that big black curtain be on the back of them trucks? Don't you see people in there? What is that big black curtain? The curtain is just always a big black curtain.
Well, that's probably where they sleep sometimes in the back.
Oh, is that what it is? It's a bed back there?
I'm sure.
Some high schools offer students to go to trade for 1/2 the day for an elective. Yeah. I guess, Trace, that depends if they go into and just going through with it thoroughly and they follow through and stay in trade. Some of those students leave the trade and try to go to 4-year college. Yeah, YouTube University. That's where I really got my education from. My son is a computer engineer, no college or trade school, self-taught himself, tons of books, read and work skill, makes 6 digits salary.
See?
Hey Sherry, I knew several people like that too that became well, you have to find out completely if he's. So I've been in IT since 2002.
So I'm sure.
But you have to find out if he's considered a computer engineer or he's a computer analyst.
Because that's
sometimes
certifications, right?
Because the term engineer, they'll want a college degree. So he might have been a computer. He might have been a. It depends. It can be so many titles. It depends. The word engineer, they always wanted you to have a college degree when they call it engineer, even if you're going to do the same thing an analyst does. And usually, the best person, the smartest person that go in that field, I didn't do. I wish I'd done it. Been a programmer, the one that's writing code writing. You don't need no kind of education in that. You just need to stay on forth with the latest code and continuously write with teams and people that help you code better.
I heard that, Janet. She said, I put a starter thermostat and changed out broken windows.
Let's go, Janet.
Let's go.
Let's go. What'd you say, Janet? Janet, you had the whole panel off the door putting that window on, man. Let's go.
YouTube is it.
YouTube taught all of that, man. I learned that some things from myself, man. I done had so many cars. I done had more cars than probably people on this live. And I've been working on cars for years, man. My baby just don't understand how many cars I worked on.
Cara O'Cara, life skills. That's true.
That's what you need. That
life
will make
skills.
You great. That will make you great.
Money, budgeting, bank accounts, how to sign your name, signature.
Money, power, respect. That's the key to life.
Kids have to write in cursive. So how are you going to sign a check?
Yeah.
If you have to sign a contract, how are you going to sign a contract if you don't know how to write in cursive?
Well, only thing you need for cursive is to be able to write your name, because you shouldn't be writing. Where you go now where they say, I need a whole paragraph in cursive?
No, but I'm saying a signature.
Everybody would fail now.
Signature is written in cursive.
So why did we have to learn so much cursive just to be able to put our name on that? We should just master how to write our name in cursive.
Well, no. She was like this. But yeah, you still have to learn. You have to practice writing the letters.
Look, this your face, baby.
You have to still practice writing the letters to perfect the letters in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
All them cursive. I remember having to write the whole.
I know they
whole page in cursive. It was so.
Yes.
My left hand writing was so nasty. Yeah,
I agree.
All education doesn't come with a price
right.
tag. I agree too. It doesn't come. All of it doesn't come with no price tag, and in this world, I think it should only be for certain fields.
Talk to the people who you want, where you want to be. Exactly, because these millionaires and billionaires, they got courses now. They're willing to teach you what they know.
And like, let's say, languages. You come out so much better. A person go to school for 8 years of Spanish. You could have saved. You could have put $10,000 set and did 2 years with a Spanish family, and have been more Spanish than you would have been able to into so much Spanish in that year than education, because you would have had living Spanish, life Spanish. They would have had for 10 years.
Babbel.
No, I'm saying the real
apps?
deal. When we when we're around Spanish people enough, you pick it up.
Well, I'm talking about something that's practical for everyone. Everyone is not going to study abroad or go live in another country and do that. I'm talking about now they have the day and age of apps. Being a language teacher or professor is different. If you want to teach it, then yes. Anyway, so if you want to be able to teach it, of course. But it's that now is the day and age where all these that's what technology is about. It's about advancement. As our country, our world continues to grow, new things come about. So it's really picking and choosing. But the thing is,
Susan
y'all,
said,
gotta pay these debts.
I miss being able to be a shade tree mechanic on the cars.
You gotta pay this
that means
debt
that means she got the new Lambo.
Biden sold us an okie doke dream, thinking that we were gonna have our loans forgiven.
Yeah, talking about this. It's the Republicans. No, man.
They just want to stop people from pursuing their dreams.
You know what you were doing.
Come on.
You know what you were doing, old man.
How does that stop a person from pursuing your dreams? Because whatever it is you want to be in life, you can do it no matter what background you come from, no matter where you grew up or were born in the world. Opportunity is still right in front of you if you seize it. If you set yourself up.
I did. It's on there.
If you set yourself up, guys, and that's just pretty much the rule of thumb. We have millionaires and billionaires that we listen to and watch from all over the world, all different ethnic background, and everybody has their own story. So it's beyond the sky's the limit. You can't allow excuses to stop you from pursuing something.
Cindy said she didn't like the parts about obey. She talking about just
right. I know, right? I was like,
Cindy, hey, let me tell you something, Cindy, he those are the questions he have ready to prepare. If you look at other interviews, he had them set, because I feel like with Jesse, and let me tell you something, man, Jesse is cool. He is cool really and nice as can be. People when we see him on YouTube, we be like, I'm gonna say prior to us switching our parties, prior to us educating ourselves, we'd see him like, man, who is this jerk?
But prior to us looking at his content and reacting to his content, because if we hadn't reacted to some of his videos and we had not been able to look and see and get a better understanding of who he was as a person and where some of his thoughts, ideology comes from, I would have felt probably
we learned
weird.
A lot. We learned a lot, man, from the show and talking with him, man. The obey questions, what it really is, he set certain questions because he know it can drive certain responses,
Right.
and he know that is a response that triggers certain things, and it makes a better show. Plus, it relates to his own personal situations, and it answers question. He gets the question answered every time somebody goes up there. So it was cool.
Kimber K says, "Yes, I watched it. Very interesting."
Kim, what does very interesting mean?
I feel you.
Kim said, "Yes, I watched it. Very interesting." What is very interesting? Does that mean that was good, bad, or just interesting?
One of my homegirls was like,
A lot of people didn't like the Obey stuff. They
I'm
were
not
like,
too
"This guy's a
fond."
misogynist."
She was like, "Oh, wait a minute now." But yeah, it's he's pretty down to earth. And I can't say that, I always agree with everything that he says too. And I'm just, keep it real. And he was aware, but you learn a lot. You can definitely learn a lot. But also,
Jay said those are sleeper curtains. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was wondering what those were.
Got to do your own homework too.
That's nice. In my day, we had to learn all types of stuff. As a designer in advanced technology, I saw many problems by drawing upon proper educational subjects. Nice. Richard is a historian too, but I guarantee Richard didn't just go to school for history. I guarantee he learned. That was self-taught. Yep, let's learn together. Let's go, Mark.
Code is something that I thought that I wanted to
Oh,
learn.
I get what you're saying. Sherry said he was so. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So, Sherry, when you code, right? Well, yeah, it is termed like engineer, but because as a programmer, you don't have to go to school for programming. You just have to keep yourself on code, learning code, keep yourself on latest code, and it's always good to be coding with teams of other people. And you don't need to go to school for that. And you can make way more money than somebody who went to school for that, because those are skills that are used now because we have a world of internet. So programming will always be needed until I guess one day AI would just be writing all this stuff for people down the line. But somebody has to write it for the AI.
That was something that I wanted to. I thought that I wanted to learn as a skill.
Samuel, shout out. You make a good point, Samuel Matthews. He said Biden still hasn't said God bless America. I have not heard him say that. I heard this man say, man, he was like, protect the queen, honor the queen. We're like the queen. That's one of them secret, long live the queen. That's one of them secret military codes for, like, my butt's been wiped.
So fun fact, guys. I went to summer school one year in my undergrad, and for an elective, I needed to take a computer class. So I thought it was, I don't know what, I thought it was like computer typing or something like. That's what I thought it was. I didn't really think it was a computer to code. So I get in there and I'm like, okay. And it was a small class. And the professor was like, this is for computer majors. I was like, okay, well, I need this class as an elective. So it was fun. It really was. It was really, really fun. And I made the best of it. And I learned some things, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all.
But listen to so Renee C said, is that Renee C? Do we know her, Renee C? Said, I hate it writing in cursive, but it's a good thing to learn. Also, Susan said, I learned cursive writing in third grade. John said, cursive was designed for old dripping ink pens to stop botches. I agree with John. Because the reason why, because we use cursive. First of all, my cursive is terrible even when I'm writing to sign something. I think that was something that was an old English. That was an old.
It's pretty. It's pretty to read.
You're supposed to be writing Shakespeare in cursive.
When you're writing letters, it looks so nice on a paper. I like it. You're supposed to
mark John 3:17 in cursive. That's how they go date back.
But yeah, cursive is relative.
Cursive. I don't know.
When they say
I'm scared
signature.
Signature, I got it. Bam. Share. She actually said rich people don't have student debt. No, once you get rich, you're gonna
pay it off.
You're gonna pay it off, or you started a business and you never went to school for it. Most people I know that's really up there. The people that I've learned to be successful didn't really go to school. Let's see. It said Jay American said if they can't read cursive, how they gonna read the Constitution to know that they're right.
What
the
their rights are.
Man, the Constitution is written in plain, regular, New Times Roman font now. So I don't have to. I don't want to read the Constitution cursive in a way. That's like me. So if y'all. So most people. So some people read the King James version of the Bible. I mean, read the King James version. I read the New Living Translation, or I read the Good News Translation. I'll go back to the King James if it's certain understandings or concepts that were said on the King James that weren't said. But to read, I have to read the Good News or the Living so I can really read it. And that goes for the Constitution. It's written in New Times Roman.
I can read cursive.
Child, please. You would look at me. You be looking at my hand. Man, my baby look at my handwriting. She be like this.
What is it? What is it? Stick to the print, babe. Stick to the print. That's all I can say. Yeah, Duolingo is a great app. So is Babbel for a language.
I don't know, man. Okay, I'm gonna try Babbel. I did Duolingo, and it did help. But you have to really stay on top.
Really I want to try.
I want to try Babbel.
Yeah, it's
Trump
really
2024. And we already know
Let's
that's
go.
Trump
Let's
2024 for sure, 100%. Let's see what else.
I feel you, Dan. You're right. Technology does, I feel like, to a degree, kind of stifle you sometimes, where it doesn't make you want to go out and pursue other resources for education.
Green Eyed Lady, exactly. I'm talking about right here. You can stay with a Spanish family. I mean, you can go somewhere too, but you can stay with a Spanish family. You could pay people and they'll let them learn, and that's all they do is speak to you in Spanish. And you know what you're going to learn? Spanish.
Yeah.
And you're going to be super fluent because you're going to learn conversation. What you're laughing at because I'm talking through these teeth?
Yes.
You're a hater.
Talk slower.
Amazing.
Talk slower. Ooh.
Let's see.
Yes, we do, John. Yes, we do. Debbie says she's starting at the beginning because, yes, we have been talking about student loan debt, how, many people were looking forward to it, and others, overall, you take out the debt, you pay it back, pretty much.
Take out debt and pay it back.
We talked about us on Jesse Lee.
Yeah,
go ahead.
No, keep going. I'm sorry.
Talking about us appearing on the Jesse Lee Peterson show. So if you haven't seen it, go and check us out, guys. Really, really great. Really, really great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, y'all check out, man. We were on Jesse Lee Peterson, man. We had so much fun on that show. Jesse is really cool. And he just had prepared questions that he knows will raise certain responses. And it's really cool, man. Because he know that it's no need to change your questions because you already know that it's going to trigger certain responses and it's going to really spark off conversations.
Susie says she got one firecracker and I'm popping it on the fourth. Go back down. And they're talking about to Debbie. Look, I just read something and it said how this man in San Jose got locked up because his storage blew up with firecrackers in it. So I guess that's why they keep them illegal, right?
No, that junk was funny, man. That junk exploded. Ain't nothing like some fireworks, man. Let me tell you something, man. Fireworks really makes you I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care what nobody say. Fireworks give you the best American feel, and being that you know that you in the best country, that you God bless you that you were able to be here. God bless wherever you were to be born because you don't know the competition that it took for you to make it through the canal to get here. So God bless wherever you're born. But if you even born right here in America, you got it even better. So I don't be want to hear nobody complain, man, because you got it the best here. You have the more opportunity to be the best here. If you don't, that's just a choice that you're making, not the choice that you have to have.
And Kimber, I feel you because that was my thing. Like, now in 2024, when it comes to household, I said pretty much how I felt and how I really viewed the word obey. Yeah, she was saying that it was a bit much for her to swallow. And I think this is just the way he terms it and how he says it. But for me, it's all about what your gift is and what your superpower is and what you're great at.
Y'all should know clearly from Snapper that she is not the person that's just going to be like, yes, whatever he tells me, I do. When I tell him to bark like a dog, he tells me to bark like a dog, and I just woof, woof.
Yeah, we watched YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I did. I enjoyed. I liked being on the show, and I felt good about it. There's nothing in this world that I'm going to ever do that I don't feel good about.
Yeah.
Period.
No, we enjoyed it, man. We enjoyed that so much. That was so fun, and he was so cool to talk with, man. We were chatting, and
once again, I mean, I may not agree with everything that he says or a person says, but there are many things that I can relate to and understand. So yeah, it was good.
Anthony said, "Can y'all show us where the magic happens?" What does that mean? That sounds real weird.
This is where the magic happens, right here in our
right here, right there,
right. Yep. This is what we're doing right now. Is
right here on the mic.
YouTube. Yeah.
I hope that's what you're talking about. Right on the mic.
The magic happens within.
That's how I became a doctor. Okay, let's shout out to Dr. I don't know.
Where you at? I don't even see the comment.
Travateria.
Ross Travatera.
Oh, Rich, you said you're not a historian. I just paid attention.
Okay.
I got you. Okay, I got you. Let's see. Let me see. Y'all in Cali? Yeah, we're in Cali, man. SoCal. We're in Southern Cal.
NYC. What's going on?
Yeah, we from Atlanta, but we live in California. Been in California about 7 years now. Yeah, public schools are something else.
There are many good public schools out there now. We can't down public school. There's still some great public schools out there. It's just what they're pushing is, you have to stand up.
Okay.
I wouldn't know that, Anthony.
I wouldn't know if you. Oh, I'm not even going to respond to it.
No. Get a life. Get a life. Go back.
Trump 2024. Yes.
Somebody mentioned Biden.
What Biden?
Oh, Biden and the men think they Irish, but if you look at family ties, no, Biden thinking.
Did you know somebody said that this makes so much sense? They said all the U.S. presidents were in the past, except for Trump, were parents of slave owners. Their family was slave owners. They said Trump's family were not slave owners.
Oh wow!
I need to do the research to see if that's true.
Know that.
That was one person I heard say that. I can't say that's 100% true until I do the research myself.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's true. That was right.
Trump
Pelosi said that was that big clip that she was like, no president has that power. That's a matter of Congress.
That's how you knew that man was playing. That man been in office
of course
so long. He know better.
Of course.
So we're looking through.
Yeah, we're scrolling through, guys.
If you disagree with Jesse Lee, chances you are wrong. Women should obey their husbands. Empowering women is how we end up in this terrible situations. So it's not the fact of I think what people are mostly saying, Juggy 4711, is the word obey. That's where it ties in. According to the word of God, the word obey isn't used. The word is submissive under your husband. Your man,
and husbands are also
submissive to their wives.
Exactly.
So, but the word obey can look like you treating them lower. Which, I take that back. According to the biblical structure, the woman is under a man. So if you want to call her a little lower than the man, then that's true. I'm under God. My wife is under me. That's true. The word obey. You're not going to find too many people walk around and say, man, she obeys me. It's kind of like you're talking to a dog a little bit, but I'm not even going to, I never would say obey, but the problem is if my wife don't want to be submissive under me, if she doesn't want to be submissive, that's when we kind of run into a headache because that's not God's structure. It will always work out of line if you let your wife be over you.
And there's
certain work that way.
Decisions that he may want to call out and say, okay, well, this is what,
and she way better than me in a lot of stuff now.
And we're going to have to do it this way. And I may not wholeheartedly agree in that moment, but it is what it is. So if in that term, if you want to call it obey, then that's what it is. But that's not how we look at it in our household.
Yeah.
But once again, when the final decision when the final decision needs to be made on certain things, or he wants to say, okay, well, I think we're going to do this, or I want us to do this, I'm like, okay, then let's roll with it. However, it's, to me, in our household, it's really about, what are your strengths? What are my strengths? What are you great at? What am I great at?
Every time I say obey, I see the Flintstones, and like you just kind of popping her in the head with it.
It to me, that word takes out the autonomy of the woman. It takes out the level of independence, whatever her gifts are that God has given her, to be able to voice and to be able to do and shine in her marriage. And it makes it sound like she's got to be reserved.
He said submissive, fair enough. Yeah, because that's a biblical term. That's how God structured marriages.
But if you're greater at this thing, roll with it.
Yeah.
And if I'm greater at this thing, roll with it. It's a team. It's a relationship. It's a team.
I like what John said.
Working together.
Eve was made from Adam's rib to be beside you. Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. And when the rib was being taken out, Adam had to be put to sleep. So he had to unconsciously wake up to see his wife, and then so he led blindly. He didn't know that he was going to what God was doing, but God put him to sleep.
That's right, Cindy. Husbands also must obey. Read the whole. Keep going, babe.
Oh no, I didn't say that. Men submissive to their wives and women submissive
Read the whole
to their husbands.
That's
it's
right.
both.
That's right.
It's both.
That's
it's
right.
both. But
That's right.
So I guess to a term of saying obey, everybody, according to the word submission, has to submit to each other.
It does have a bad connotation, and that's exactly the perfect way to say it.
Obey me. Get in there and make my damn food. It feels a little greasy.
That's my lane. That's my superpower.
I feel like
so
when
what do? I'm the one that cooks.
If I say obey, I feel like I'm supposed to be sitting with my white beater with stains on it.
I can tell you 5 things that he cooks well.
Hands like Al Bundy. I can't cook nothing well but eggs.
Egg whites with your spinach. You got the oatmeal down. You can put several things.
You better obey. Don't talk about me in front of company.
You got several things you can put in the air fryer, but that's about it.
A man is to be deserving of his wife's obedience. That's true. You have to be. She has to deserve. A woman has to want to be submissive to your husband. A lot of women don't want to be submissive to their husband because a lot of men don't.
But when they feel loved,
yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
Women want love and men want respect. I get it. Man, this has been great. We really have enjoyed this, guys.
Hey, let me tell you something. Men are really simple. I ain't going to be too nasty, but I'm going to be slightly nasty.
Don't be nasty.
Men are simple. All we want is you to be quiet and give us a good rub. That's it.
Okay.
That's all men want. Men are simple. We are the simplest creature on earth.
Okay.
Let me see. I've been married for a long time. We've been married for a long time now, man.
A long time.
Yeah, you old.
You old too, boo.
Hey, shout out to people. Shout out to people who talking about my wife like my mama. It's impossible.
Please.
My mama gonna be here too, man. She won't look. My wife has no. It's impossible to be my mama.
I think them folks just.
You're lame. Just hate us.
They
hate us.
I ain't got nothing else better to say.
Egg whites and spinach, yum. Hey, that's what I make. Hey, Richard, that's what I make. I make egg whites and spinach.
Let's go.
Do you think Big Michelle can cook? What you say, Joseph? Hey, hey, did Big Mama Michelle eat all the ribs? All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and end this.
Yes, we appreciate you guys for hopping on.
We've been having so much fun with y'all.
If you have not checked out the episode that
what about the giveaway? We trying to go
that's right.
I'm so tired of holding this phone.
If you have not checked out the air of Jesse Lee Peterson with us go and check it out, guys.
I wish I had it.
Go and
if
check
I
it
can
out.
clip it right now. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the community board.
Yes.
The teaser's up there, but if y'all go, I'm gonna put it on the community board so y'all can look at the video it released today with Jesse Lee Peterson that we did the interview with him.
The giveaway. Let me dive in.
Let's
real
talk
quick.
about the giveaway right
Why
before you
you
end
wrapping it up?
Go
Why
ahead.
are you wrapping it up?
Go ahead.
Okay.
This has been cool.
So we've been getting emails, and I think many people have signed up. We got it. It was really simple, and that's what it really is. It's simple.
Debbie, a little bit.
So I'm not quite understanding what some of the challenge may be, but take your time, click on the link, and follow the instructions. If these many people can do it without problems, everybody else can. So that lets you know that it's something that you may not be thoroughly looking at. You may not be clicking on something. You may be rushing something through, but definitely take your time and fill it out and send us your screenshot and submit it. But it's really, really simple, guys. It's not a hard thing. And I know this isn't the first free trial that you've submitted for. We know how the process of free trials goes. So it's not rocket science.
And I just say, so it's super simple. We only have 50 slots. So we're only doing 50 slots, and we're probably going to drop it lower than that because we want to go ahead and give this away. And it's not even something. It's something that I'm going to go buy.
Hey, Voices,
I'm going to send to you.
Glad you could make it.
But it's simple, man. I dropped the link. Y'all see, I'm just trying to want to close out these slots. We got a bunch of people that have signed up, but I want to close it out because I want to give everybody a chance to be in the raffle. I'm going to do a live raffle, and I'm going to do the thing where the whole raffle thing, and it picks a person, and then I'm going to reach out to that person and make sure that I send you the phone. So it's really simple, man. We not even ask you to buy a shirt, merch. We just ask you to sign up for the trial. Free.
And if you don't make the adjustment before your trial period is over, then
you would be charged.
Yes.
And then I'll tell people also, we ran into this too. When you sign up for a free trial, even if you put your Cash App on file as a card, make sure you got $1 on there, because anybody that signed any business or company, they want to make sure that this is a live card, not just a dead card. So that's all we ask of you, man. We trying to give it's only 50 people. One person win out of 50 people. That's a very small pool. So it's so easy for you to be that 1 out of 50, and we give away the iPhone, and not, this is a real iPhone. I'm going to the store. I'm going to go pick it up. I'm going to go buy it, and I'm going to send it to you. I'm probably going to call you.
Let's go. So take your time, guys. Take your time and fill it out and submit. That's it.
Sir. Yes, sir. Do drop it on there. Look for the link. Hold on, Sarah. You keep talking to him.
Okay. Simple, super simple, guys. We appreciate you. This has been fun. We did not forget about the prepping live that we're going to do. I want to just kind of gather some more information, but I had to discuss what came out recently about the student loan, because so many of us were looking forward to reaping the benefits. And now that I'm clear and I understand what it is, it is what it is. You create the debt, you pay it back. That's it. Unless you met the stipulations of what it was truly meant for, certain fields or sectors of, military. I get it. Let's go.
Let me see. Hold on. You keep talking to him while I'm typing.
What you doing?
Like an old man over there.
Are you putting the link?
Yeah. So y'all just go down. All you have to do is you go to our link, or.com, Seaborn Snapper. You sign up for the free trial. It is a free trial. Once you sign up for the free trial, email me a screenshot showing it. I think it says, welcome or something like that, or you started your free trial. Send that to me via email. I'm responding back to you directly. It's not a robot.
Not a bot, guys.
It's not an assistant. It's me responding back to you regarding the sign up. And probably for this giveaway, this is probably the last one I'll probably do myself, because I didn't know how much work it entails.
It's not. It's still not much.
Yeah,
it's
a process. It's a process.
Challenges, then it's like, okay, do we need to adjust something? But there's nothing to adjust. Yeah. It's really simple.
But yeah, y'all sign up for the giveaway, man, and it's going to be me calling. I'm probably going to reach out to you. We're going to probably have a talk. I'm going to send it to your house and stuff like that.
I'll be around too to shout you out and say, hey, what's up? And
I'm going to do it live, though. So happy we made it 100K. We thank you too, man. Yes, it's been a journey.
Thank you.
Let's get to 1 million a lot faster than it took to get to 100.
Y'all, you be good too. And thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. We appreciate you. We are wrapping this Friday up. I know we're going to do several videos. We're going to be shouting you out for the 4th. So
and hold on, shout out to Elizabeth. She said one thing. If you love your wife, you'll get off your butt, make your own coffee, and sometimes make her coffee to go with it. That's right. Because it's not. It's about both. It's a compromise that each other does for love of each other.
That's right. So stay safe for this holiday weekend. If you all have already started to celebrate, I'm so looking forward to the fireworks.
Me too.
So looking forward to going to the beach.
I'm so looking forward to going to the beach, man. My mom will be up here, man. We're going to have fun.
We're going to have a great time. All right, guys. See you later. Talk to you soon.
We love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you so much, especially our day ones. Lynn hopped on here. Our day twos and our new squad member families. We appreciate you. Keep being great at what you do, guys.
And we'll see you on the next one, man. Bye.
Yeah.
Y'all sign up for OR so I can call one of y'all and send y'all this phone.
Wait, real quick.
What?
We have an ebook we're going to be dropping really soon about growing your YouTube channel. What you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm touching stuff.
Child. Be still, honey.
The screen moving.
So we have a YouTube book we're going to be dropping. But if you guys, many of you, we see your comments in the chat, things that you've done, what you do. You can do this.
Yeah.
You definitely can do this. So stay tuned because there's going to be more information about it. We're going to do a live one. Once we launch it, we're going to have our pre-sale going on really, really soon. So tap in. It costs you nothing to start your YouTube channel, guys. So
that's right.
Had to shout that out.
That's right. The ebook is on the way.
See you soon.
All right. Bye.
Yeah.